Wednesday, but I also didn't want to postpone because this is like the perfect time to start for me. So I have induction the first 2 days at school, so it's like shadowing, getting to know the school, all the things the first 2 days. So that's Thursday, Friday, and then the principal's secretary said on the weekend I could come set up my class. So we have that. And then next Monday, I just found out yesterday, is a teacher work day. So it's perfect. It's an extra day for me to set up my class and plan. And then next Tuesday is when I start teaching. It's the perfect day to start. So I'm just gonna thug it out. I got my medicine. Okay, nasty stuff, but it works. I got my medicine. I got my Vicks. I got my cough drops. Okay, I got my electrolytes. I got my water. Okay, I'm good to go. Just gonna have to thug this out. But I am about 20 minutes away, and I'm very excited. So I'm not sure how much I can film today, but I did want to film this because it is exciting for me, and I'm sure it's exciting for all of you who have been on my journey and like looking at my community posts. I've been posting updates because when it comes to videos, I just feel like I have nothing to post when it comes to budgeting, because I'm not budgeting. I have no money. So and any other videos that I think about posting, it doesn't motivate me as much because I like posting budgeting content. And when you don't have any money to budget, it just kind of like, yeah, I don't know. But if you've seen my community post, you know that I have been looking for jobs, applying, going on interviews, all the jazz, and here I am. Ooh, my hands sound ashy. But okay, I will let you know when I get there. It's honestly about a 50-minute drive for me, which is not ideal, but quick story time. If you haven't seen my community post, I had 2 interviews the same day, 2 different schools, of course. So one is, of course, the school that I decided to go with, and the second one was a school that was 10 minutes away from my house, and it was a magnet school, and I was like, okay, it's probably a good school to work at, you know. That's the school decided to reject the first interview and then wait for the second school to call me, I would not have a job right now. And how do I know that? Because when I was doing my teacher induction, the online course, it was like all the new teachers that came to the district. This guy introduced himself online and said, hey, my name is so-and-so. I will be teaching at so-and-so 6th grade U.S. history and law. That was the job that I applied for. That was the job that I interviewed for. That's the one that they said, oh, we'll call you in a week or so to let you know if you got that job. That was the job. So knowing that literally someone already has the job that I applied for, I'm so glad that I didn't wait for them to call me. Because one, they still haven't called me in. Two, it's unprofessional. It's unprofessional to say you're gonna call someone in a week to let them know if they got the job or not, but then you don't call. You don't call. Okay. So when the first job offered me the position on the spot, I was like, ooh, is that desperate? It's because they need someone. Is the turnover high? No. I was going through all the stuff in my mind. My mom was like, T, it just probably means they really like you. It could mean that, you know, but it could also mean that they really like you. So I said, you know what, I'm not going to overthink it. Went with that job. 2 weeks of onboarding because it takes a long time. A lot of tasks I had to do. Fingerprinting, background check, drug tests, 2 online courses, a technology orientation, all this stuff. Finally finished. I got the email on Monday, which was 3 days ago, I got the email 2 days ago. No, Taylor, I didn't. I got the email yesterday. What is wrong with me? I got the email yesterday that they wanted me to start today. So here we are. Ta-da! So, sorry. This cough drop is like melting in my mouth. It's kind of nasty. Here we are, y'all. That was how I got here. So when I get there, I should get there by 9:12. I'm gonna take off this. I could honestly take it off right now. Then I'm gonna put on my shirt. Now my shirt right here is white, so if you know, you know. Put on my shirt and then head inside, and then I'll try and film as much as I can. But I'll see y'all later. Bye. All right, I just got here. 2 minutes to spare. Have to be here at 9:15. I get here at 9:13. How's my hair looking? Pretty darn good. Pretty darn good, girl. Looking like a star. Okay, let's put this on. My grandma asked me if I was nervous. I was like, no, not at all. I am excited to see what the culture looks like, because that's a big thing for me. Like, collaboration. Do the teachers work together? Do the teachers like each other? Even if they don't like each other, do they respect each other? Like, what's going on, you know? Hold on. So yeah, just and yes, we could wear jeans. How do I know? Because, well, the online course said we could wear jeans, and also literally during my interview, it was like on a Tuesday or Wednesday, both the principal and assistant principal were wearing jeans. I'm gonna do the millennial tuck. And that's how I'm going, folks. Okay. That's how I'm going. And I have basics on the feet. Sorry the lighting is horrible, but I am under a tree. But yeah, that's how I'm going. My mom always says I have no neck because my collards always look like I have no neck, but that's it. Okay, y'all, so I've been here for, less than an hour, of course. I met the math coach. He's the one that is, one second, I gotta go. So I'm on my lunch. I have an hour. It's not gonna be like that every day, but today it is, because, just starting out. 1 second. But I do have my teacher laptop. I left it in there, but I got my laptop, I got my ID, and I saw my classroom. Someone's in it right now, but she's moving on Monday. So I saw my classroom. It's a big classroom. So yeah, but she was already giving me the rundown. Like fourth and fifth period are a little rough, but she said that other than that, it's a good class, a good group of students. So I'm excited for that. I'm about to eat my lunch. What do I have today? I already had a banana. I had some pretzels, and I had some chips. But I have my chicken Caesar salad, so I'm gonna have that right now. And then I also have some pineapples and strawberries that I might eat later. I have a juice box. But other than that, that's about it. And I have some more fruit in there, but the main course is my chicken Caesar salad. So I'm about to eat that right now. I'm not overwhelmed, so that's good. I'm not overwhelmed with information. It's been pretty good. I feel like the only thing, because I think this is just like an OCD thing of mine, or just like I like things a certain way. I just wish my classroom was in the main building, because the main building is the renovated building. And it was supposed to be in the renovated building, but I just talked to the principal today and he decided to change me. So instead of teaching 6th grade US history, I'm now teaching 8th grade civics, which is fine because I've taught 8th grade civics before. I just wish that I was in the main building because the classrooms are nicer. The classroom that I'm in is still nice, but the classroom that I was gonna have is nicer. But other than that, it's pretty good. So I'm about to eat, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right, first day has ended. I am on my way home. I got about 35 more minutes. Good day, not too overwhelming. Just information that I pretty much already knew because I've been a teacher. So yeah, I'm excited to start. I don't know what it is. I have like this just like calm. Like I'm not excited. I'm not nervous. I'm just, I'm just ready. Yeah, just ready. So that's pretty much it. I am headed home. I should be home by 5:30. Pick up Judah. Lauren has to get dressed for cheerleading, and then we go to cheerleading for 6 o'clock. So that is pretty much my day, and then I do it all over tomorrow. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye. Good morning. It is Tuesday. Child, no, it's not. It's Monday. It is Monday, October 13th, I believe. It is teacher work day, which means no kids, no students today. And it is my 3rd day of work. Tomorrow is my first day of teaching. So today I plan on getting my introductory PowerPoint together. I plan on getting like probably the first 2 days, I hope, of lessons together, or like in my brain, so that I know what I'm teaching. Meeting the teachers today, since it's teacher work day. We have meetings. I have a meeting with one of the curriculum managers so she can help me with civics and world history. I have trainings I have to do today. So a lot's happening today. Have to be at work at 9 o'clock, but I will be there at 8:45. And then we leave at 4:30. For the teachers that have already been there, grades are due today. Of course, I don't have to post grades. At least I hope not. I don't have to post grades. I don't have to enter grades. So, well done for me. But other than that, yeah, come along with me. I'm going to try and get as much footage as I can. Yesterday, which was Sunday, I came to the school. Me, Lauren, my mom, and my two brothers all came to the school, helped me with my classroom. I don't have everything, but we were able to clean, organize, and make it look presentable for when students get here tomorrow. The biggest thing are my bulletin boards. They're absolutely bare, including the one outside my classroom. So when I get my bulletin board paper, I will put that on. My stepmom and my dad sent me Amazon gift cards, so I used those gift cards to contribute to my classroom, and I bought bulletin paper and borders because those are like very expensive. So yay for me. Those come in today actually, but since I'll be at work, I won't be able to put them up today, so I will be putting them up throughout the week. I wish they were ready. I wish the classroom was all set up before students got there, but it's just not realistic, especially because I didn't have a lot of things from last year in my classroom, and I actually donated a lot of the stuff that I did have because I did not think I would be back in the classroom, if I'm being honest. So yeah, don't feel sick anymore. I just have a little bit of stuffy nose, so I will just use Vicks to put inside my nose so that I can breathe. And if I do cough, I have cough drops, but I'm not taking any more medicine. I feel alive. I feel good again, and I am excited to get to work and take you all along with me, and then I'll show you my classroom, or what it's looking like so far. So I just had 3 hours of meetings, and I'm overwhelmed now. I wasn't overwhelmed, now I am. So I'm about to go on lunch and kind of just clear my head, because it's a lot of information coming in as a new teacher, and almost all of the teachers I've talked to have mentioned how bad the kids are. And that's a little bit disheartening to hear coming in as a new teacher. So I'm just trying to also mentally debrief from that as well. I've taught middle school before, so I understand how bad they can be. But I've never really had discipline issues. Not major ones, so. Hello. So it's gonna be interesting, but I just don't like how they keep saying how bad they are, and then one of the other teachers was saying my group of students are the worst. I'm like, okay, thank y'all. So it's a little annoying, but I'm gonna remain open and excited, right, and grateful, and go from there. But I'm about to eat my lunch. I'll show you what my lunch looks like, and then see what else I get into today. All right, I have my sticky rice that I got from Publix, and then I have sweet and spicy tuna. It's not something that I do often, but I saw it on Instagram, it's a thing going on. I've had it a few times, and it's really good. It does taste like sushi, and I'm not a huge sushi person, but I don't mind it. And then in my Tupperware, I have sriracha and soy sauce mixed together, and that's all I'm adding. I have some strawberries, And then I have a banana and Nature's Valley bar. These are really good. And then I have some nacho chips. Siete nacho chips. So that's really all I brought. And right now I'm about to eat my tuna rice bowl and get to work. Does it look appetizing? No, but is it delicious? Yes. If you like sushi, you'll love this. If you don't like sushi, I would say it would probably be like a 5 out of 10 for you, because usually you add avocado with seaweed. I didn't bring all that today. That's when it really tastes like sushi, especially with the seaweed. But with just the tuna, the rice, and the sriracha and soy sauce, it tastes pretty good. Gonna have my first bite. Yep, tastes like sushi. I'm not a big fan of sushi, but I like this. And I like the sweet and spicy tuna. It's delicious. I think I'm gonna sit outside and eat because my classroom is just too cold. Oops, sorry for the lighting. The sun's behind me. So I'm gonna find a spot to eat, enjoy my lunch really quick, and then go and work. Gotta catch you up on all the stuff I have to do. And then I'll show you my classroom. Okay, so I know it's a little bit dark in my class. It's because all my lights are off. There's no need for the lights to be on. I'll show you what my class looks like a little bit later. Just wanted to tell you what I have to do today, which is a lot. And I only have 4 hours, basically. So I need to turn in these final grades for students I have never taught. I have a meeting at 1:30, another one. I have to plan for this week and next week, which that's probably gonna take up a bulk. And I need to talk to the IT guy because I thought I knew how to work my smartboard and I don't. So yeah, but actually, let me go ahead and show you guys my classroom, because after this, I got a whole bunch of work to do, and I don't know when I'm popping back on this camera. Okay, so here's my class. I feel like the floors look a lot worse than they do in person, so whatever. Remember, I don't have a lot of the decor yet. They're on my Amazon registry if you ever want to support my class and you want to purchase anything. But here we are. I'm at the door. I have this bin here that I'm going to use for like lost and found student things. This table is going to be like the student center, so it's going to have tissue, hand sanitizer, pencils, paper, anything that they would need, because even though they're supposed to bring that stuff to class, I don't think I should make it a headache for myself to tell them to. If they don't, then they don't. I have it for them. Bulletin board, which I'm going to decorate to be like another student section. Here are my whiteboards, my projector, my smartboard, my kidney table. This is for small group if I have to pull a few students who need a little bit of extra help. Here is this section. These are all the student folders. And when I got here, they were already organized by period from the other teacher. Here's like extra work that I don't know about, an extra projector and electronic stuff that I need to get to the IT guy. Okay. Entering the back of the room, more boards that I need to decorate. I put up this USA map because I teach history. My plan is to, of course, decorate these boards, but I also want to have words, big words that say history and herstory, and have like famous people, male and female, their names up there. I have some history posters that I received from my registry, so thank you to who purchased those. These are my lamps. I've had these. Here's a table for extra students because I only have 27 desks and I have a class with I think 28, so that's that. Here are all their workbooks and all the textbooks that they use in class, and they are named and by period, so there's that. Here's another one of my lamps that I need to fix because it looks lopsided. And here's my teacher area. So I'm gonna get a curtain for this desk because the cords bother me. I have this rug that another supporter purchased for me, so thank you. I have this picture up on my wall that I've had as decor forever, and I never use it in my house, so I brought it. I have another one of my lamps. Here's just all of my random school supplies and things that I may need. Phone, printer, another one of my lamps. I just need to get batteries for my keyboard and mouse. Here's my teacher desk. It doesn't have much in there. And that's it. That is my room. Pretty simple. So I will leave my Amazon registry link down below in the description box if you want to support and help me make my classroom look like something fun and inviting. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get to work. So I just had another meeting, just got out. It lasted about an hour and a half. It was really good. She was just showing me some of the civics curriculum and world history curriculum and how to test them. A whole bunch of stuff, y'all. A whole bunch of stuff that has overwhelmed me a little bit more, but it has also clarified a lot of things for me, and it's also helped me a lot. I was about to post the grades, and then my assistant principal calls me and said, don't worry about it, I'll do it, since you don't even know the kids, and you just focus on what you need to do. I was like, thank you, Lord. The only thing is, like, I wish my class was set up the way I wanted it to be for the kids, but honestly, I'm okay with, you know, a gradual setup. Other than that, my class is clean. All I have to do is really sweep. I dusted and wiped everything down yesterday. The lady that came in for my last meeting, she's like, oh, it smells so good in here. And it does. It does. But anyway, I am going to start planning for next week, finish my introductory PowerPoint, get my rules, procedures, expectations, all that jazz done. And I'm going to leave an hour and a half because it's 3 o'clock on the dot. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm listening to some Afro beats, African lo-fi. I love that. I like to play it in my classroom too if they're doing independent work. So yeah, I'm excited. Then I'm gonna sweep before I leave. And tomorrow's my first day of teaching. So yeah. Right now I'm walking to my assistant principal's office to pick up something and to unwind, okay? Oh my gosh, so much information, y'all. So much information. It is crazy. And the fact that tomorrow, but I just have to remember that tomorrow I'm not teaching, right? I am it's basically like the first day of school for my students. I'm their third teacher this year, and it's only been 2 months into the school year. So just building relationships. I'm not gonna build relationships like for 3 days we're gonna have to start work on Wednesday. But take this day, probably take Wednesday as well. Thursday, we're getting into it. So, yeah. It's exciting, it's fun, but it's also very overwhelming. So, yeah. Okay, here's my classroom so far. Got some more bulletin board paper up there with some borders. I started that one, and then I gotta finish that one. And then I have another one I haven't opened yet that I'm gonna put here and here. And then we'll figure out this top part. I may not put anything up there, but I think I will border up my my board. Have my lamps here with my rug. That's the student center over there. So I put some nice contact paper. Students are about to come in, so gotta rush. I'm gonna put contact paper on my desk, and then I also have on my registry a table skirt to go here so that these cords aren't showing. I have my lamps. This one, the bulb is done, so I gotta get a new one for that. Have my picture up. So it looks like so far. Kids are about to come in though. Good morning. I hope that you all can hear me. It is Thursday, October 23rd. I can't remember the last time that I came on the screen. I think the last clip was like showing you an update of what my classroom looks like, I believe, and that was last week. So maybe you can conclude that life is busy for your girl, always busy. But basically my days are 5:45, 6 a.m., waking up, getting Lauren up, getting her dressed fully, getting her breakfast, off to the bus. After I drop her to the bus stop and make sure her bus leaves, I come home. Sometimes I'm like halfway dressed, sometimes I'm not. I usually give Judah to my grandma so that I can get dressed for work. And then by 7:28, I need to be out of the door with Judah, off to the babysitter. I drop him off at 7:30. If you don't know, our babysitter is 5 doors down from us, so that is a blessing. And 7:32, I need to be ripping and running off to work. And work is a 50-minute commute one way. So I usually I have to be at work at 8:45. I usually get there 7:25, 7:30. But those extra 15 minutes really allow me to get gas if I need to, so I don't have to get it in the afternoon. Sometimes I don't eat breakfast, so a couple times I've stopped for like a bagel or like a McDonald's sandwich. So yeah, like those extra 15 minutes that I have are really good because it kind of slows down my brain a little bit, so I'm not like ripping and running to every destination. Those 15 minutes kind of just allow me to like breathe. I'm gonna be on time for work. I'm gonna be early, so let's take this extra time to do something. I don't know if that makes sense, but when I'm constantly ripping and running, I just get a little bit stressed. Work has been overwhelming, to say the least. The students aren't, how do I say this nicely, because these are people's children. The students are challenging. It's a lot of cursing. It's a lot of talking back, being very disrespectful. And this is the first time I've ever had to, it's the first time I've encountered this. I've taught 7th and 8th graders before. They're respectful. I really can count on one hand within the last 2 school years how many times a student has disrespected me. And I don't disrespect students, but I can count on one hand how many times I've been disrespected. I would say probably like once or twice. And they have been very far in between to where I really don't remember. But it seems like every day a student is trying my life. Yesterday was bad. And I'm a pretty easy teacher to get along with. I give you multiple chances because like I don't want to take your phone. I don't even want to call your parent. I don't want to do none of that. I just want to teach you. And I just want my class to function. I want my class to function well. And when you disrupt that, then now I gotta say something. So then when you get mad because you feel like you're getting embarrassed because the teacher is talking to you, so now that you feel embarrassed, you want to puff up your chest and try and be a big man. No, I'm gonna clock it every time. And that's what the students say to me. They were like, Miss, you be clocking it every time. And that's on period, because I'm not gonna be disrespected. Okay. This is my classroom. I've already passed 8th grade. And that's exactly what I told the student yesterday. I've already passed 8th grade. If you don't want to learn, you can get out. I'm really quick to say get out. I'll call the office and say he's on his way to ISS. Someone come pick him up. Because all it does is disrupt the other kids who want to learn. And I'm so tired of not being able to teach because I am constantly redirecting. I am constantly having to check people. Also that I could teach. Like, just sit down and listen. And I don't be lecturing. I'm like, let's have discussions. Let's have conversations. Let's watch funny videos to help you learn. I'll even have activities where we can walk around the classroom, but they have to earn that. Everyone has assigned seats except for one class, which is my honors advanced high school level class. They're good. All of my other classes, they have assigned seats. They will continue to have assigned seats. And they still try me with those assigned seats. But I have to, one thing that I am learning coming into my 3rd year of teaching is I have to stand 10 toes down every single day. Every single day I have to stand 10 toes down. I cannot let up with these students. Because once they have a little spot where they feel like they can, run over you, they will. So it's a no for me. It does make my job less enjoyable, especially because as teachers we're underpaid and they pile on so many things for us to do. Like, we're supposed to have a planning period. Sometimes our planning periods are filled with meetings. 2 days out of the week I have meetings during my planning period. So that means I don't have time to plan. And I don't like to take my work home because home is dedicated to my children. So when I have to go home and still do work or email parents or write referrals, that is a problem to me, because now I don't have the ability or the opportunity to separate church and state. You feel me? Like, I gotta carry all this nonsense into my safe place. Anyway, other than that, I'm grateful. I am very grateful to God that I have a job. I'm grateful. I just wish that I could teach. And I think I could speak for most teachers in America. I just wish we could teach. Just wish I could teach. I wish the students enjoyed learning like they used to when I was in school. And I am guessing that this is like the last leg of the COVID student era. Like, my 8th graders are just off the wall, okay? Like, I think this was the last bunch of the COVID stay at home, learn from home era. And once they go to high school, I think behaviors would be so much better school-wide or nationwide. I think that we'll see a big difference. Hopefully, that's what I'm guessing, because my mom has the same issues at her school. She's like, these 8th graders are just out of control. And so yeah, I honestly think it's, they're the last COVID bunch, because I have a class of 28 7th graders, and they're talkative because there's 28 of them. They're talkative, but they're not disrespectful. We get work done. So that's pretty much an update on my new job. I know it's not the most positive update, but it's an update. It's a realistic one. It says I'll get to work at 8:38. Like I mentioned, I'm supposed to be there at 8:45. So, yeah, I'll be a little bit early. I haven't had breakfast. My gut, y'all, let me tell you. My mom says it's because I'm out of shape, and how dare her. But it might be true. My gut health, it's like ever since I gave birth to Judah, my gut, something's wrong. And also my feet hurt all the time. They hurt all the time. Like I have to wear, it seems like special shoes, like shoes with an incline, or like with a heel, so that my feet don't hurt. Like I can't wear slippers or flip-flops or anything anymore. So that's annoying. I do need to work out. I think about it almost every day because I like working out, but I also like being told what to do when I work out. So me working out, just me, it's hard because I'm not self-motivated when it comes to exercise, but I love exercising. So yeah, what else is going on? What else can I yap about? Finances. We can talk about finances because this is Taylor Budgets. Haven't really done any budgeting videos simply because I have nothing to budget. I've been telling you guys this, like, I have $40, $50. What has been keeping me afloat this last month, I would say, is money that I get from Lauren's dad and Judah's dad. That's what's been keeping me afloat. My main checking account is in the negatives because I had enough money to pay my bills for, I believe, all of October, which we're in the month of October. But in order for my license to not get suspended, I found that I had 2 other traffic violations that I didn't know about that weren't mailed to me. And all I did was receive a letter that says, hey, by January 31st, I think, your driving privileges will be revoked. And I said, oh no. So I went on like the county court website and pulled up my name to see if there was like any open cases that I needed to pay. And there were 2. And they totaled like $500 and some. So that $500 and some that I had needed to go to that. And unfortunately, I have paid about $2,000 in traffic violations and tolls in the last 6 months, and I'm over it. I'm hoping that is the end of it, because they were all coming from one county, the county that I used to live in. And remember, I was driving Lauren there every day for school. I've stopped driving her there because I moved her to a school closer to where we live. So I no longer have to drive those long distances, even though now I'm driving to work 50 minutes one way. But I'm definitely not as tired as I used to be when I was driving Lauren to school, because we had to get up earlier, and I also had Judah with me, so that was just like another thing mentally that I had to take care of. Now I drive to work by myself. I take my time. I'm not rushing to work, just like I was rushing to drop her to school every morning. So things are a little bit better, and I'm hoping that I don't get any more violations that can affect my driving privileges. Like, geez, Like, what a freaking time I've had with that. I've been driving since I was 15 years old, and this is probably the most traffic violations I've ever received in my driving history. And of course, it happens to be when I have no job or no income coming in. So that part, hopefully that's over. But the state of my finances is pretty horrible, and I don't get embarrassed easily, but I feel like if I were to talk about it, I would get a tad bit embarrassed, simply because it's like, I don't know how it's gotten so bad. The only bills I'm able to pay this month are my car, which I paid, but because I had to pay $500 in driving crap, when my car payment came out, it put my account in the negatives. So I had the money to bring it current, but then that meant that the money that I had to bring it current was all the money that I had, which means I would have $0. I wouldn't be able to get gas. I have food assistance, so that's good. I wouldn't be able to get gas. I wouldn't be able to get anything to eat if I was in a rush. If Lauren needed something, if Judah needed something, I wouldn't be able to get it. So I decided to keep my checking account at a negative, and my other checking account that I have, I just kept that $400 and something that I had, and I have been using that for the last 3 weeks or so. My car came out on the 6th, so yeah. It's been tough. All of the bills that I have between my car payment and my car insurance are not getting paid this month. It is what it is. I think the most important is my car insurance and my car. Everything else can wait. My mom's paying my phone this month, which I'm grateful for. She paid for me to get my hair done. As you can see, I got my hair done. I haven't had my hair done in 6 months. She paid for me to get my hair done. I appreciate her. Other than that, I've been able to pay for gas. Like I said, I have food assistance, so I've been able to get groceries and stuff. And of course, we live with my grandparents. If they knew the state of my finances, they would help. But they don't know the state of my finances because I just don't tell them. I don't want to be a burden to them in any type of way. Because they're retired, you know. So they do have a limited income. I am thirsty. Other than that, I'm excited to see what my first paycheck looks like. I completed my benefits, but they don't begin until January 1st. So I'm thinking that all the checks that I receive until the new year will be more than what they will be once my benefits start being deducted from my pay. I have medical and dental. That's all I paid for me and the kids. Because I know that once I report to the government that I have a job now, they're going to take away our government health insurance and probably food assistance as well. Even though with my pay and how much I spend in groceries a month, which is about $700, that food assistance will still help. Like, high key, it will help. Because I have debt I'm trying to pay off. But I got a lot of stuff I gotta take care of. I got a lot of stuff I gotta take care of. And I think once I sit down and create like a dedicated video, I'll let you know of all those things. I would love to start making budget videos again once I start getting paid. I know that you guys would love to see it. I need to get my finances together. I'm grateful that I have family to live with. It's a comfortable place to be. It's a safe place to be. I'm not stressed there. They don't ask me for anything. And it's a blessing. So I know that once I start getting paid, I do want to give some money to my grandparents, because just to say thank you, even though they're not looking for it, it's just to say thank you. But yeah, back to benefits. So I know that for me, I get free health insurance. Like if it was just me, it would be $0 every paycheck coming out. But because I have 2 kids, it's $200 and some coming out. And please do not ask why their dads don't take care of their health insurance. I don't even want to get into it. Okay? Don't want to get into it. Because like my mom is divorced from my dad, and my brother, who's still under the age of 18, is on my dad's health insurance, not my mom's. Because that's just like something that they decided to do, I guess, in the divorce proceedings. But when it comes to me and my children's fathers, it's just no. And if I do talk about it, it's probably going to be a no. They can't afford it. I don't have time for that. I just don't. So it's going to be $200, a little over $200 coming out every paycheck, I think, for medical for me and my 2 kids. And then I got dental, of course, for us, like the middle plan. I think that's like 100 and something, I think. I'm gonna have to look over it again. But it's a good chunk coming out every paycheck, which sucks, but gotta be insured. I pay life insurance separately. I just switched over my life insurance, actually. I've been watching Dave Ramsey a lot, and he recommends term life insurance. And what I didn't know is that I've had whole life insurance for the last 6 years. And so I canceled my whole life insurance plan that I've had for the last 6 years. I've been paying $51 a month for the last 6 years. Never been late. When I went to go cancel, I thought, I would be getting some money back. $0 back. Terrible. My mom has had the same life insurance for the last 6 years. Of course, she's older. Guess how much she gets back, y'all? 10 grand. 10 grand. So as her financial advisor, I told her to put that in her savings. Do not touch it. And then my brother has had the same whole life insurance, same company, but he's had it for the last 5 years. And guess how much he gets back? $1,200. What about me? What about me? Why I ain't getting them back? Because I'm healthy. And I think when my brother signed up, or when my mom signed my brother up for life insurance, he's a smoker, so he don't smoke cigarettes, but and so she was like, no, you smoke, so we need to put that on your life insurance. So I think because he smokes, because he is younger than me, I think because he smokes, he had to pay a little bit more every month, probably like $10 more every month. But how you get $1,200 back, and you've had a life insurance policy less time than I have? I get nothing back. Ain't that something? Ciao. I digress. What else is going on? I've been yapping for 22 minutes. I hope y'all have stayed. If y'all have stayed, put a purple heart emoji up in the comments. I don't know what else. But that's pretty much it. Just remaining grateful. Every day is a busy day for me. It's busy, because then every day last week, I would get home at 5:30, and Lauren had cheer at 6. So we were just rushing every day, and she was just exhausted last week. And then this past Sunday, she had a cheer competition, and it was 10 hours long. She only performed once. So that was a long day for us. Cheer is almost over. I believe the last game is this Saturday. If they lose, then they're done. If they win, then they move on. But cheer has been, it has taken up a lot. 1 second. So like some of the things I kind of want to buy or need to buy, because I've been, waiting for my first check to come in order to purchase things. I haven't really been buying things. We need toiletries, right? We need toiletries. Like, we need toiletries. Like, of course we have the basics, especially because my grandparents, they buy stuff. But, like, I just want to be able to buy my own things. Like, for me and my daughter. Like, she's very much a girly girl, so she needs to restock on her Sol de Janeiro. Is that what they call it? Sol de Janeiro? So whatever. She likes, like, the yellow one. I forgot what number it is. But I'm actually wearing it today. It smells so good, but it's on its last leg. And, like, she needs some more skincare products. She gets, like, this natural skincare called Bubble. And I just want to buy that for her. Those like Clorox toilet wand things? I need those. I don't like cleaning my toilet with just like the regular toilet brush anymore. Like that Clorox toilet wand really gets in there. What else have I really been wanting to buy? Lauren gets her hair done next week. Because she's been having, I just told myself I'm just going to continue to have her hair done in box braids. I just took out her hairstyle and it lasted 2 months. The only thing she did was get the front redone, and she got that done like 3 days before school started, which was in August. So it lasted over 2 months. So I need to get her hair done next week. The money that I get from Judah's dad is probably going to have to help pay for that. My mom would pay for it, but I don't want her to do that. She just paid for my hair, And then I think 3 days after her hair appointment is my first paycheck, which should be on the 31st of this month, October 31st. So there's just things I just want to do for me and my kids. Like, I need to buy Judah a high chair. He needs a high chair so that when I feed him, I'm not holding him. Something like, it's like the simple things that I need to buy. But unfortunately, the money that I receive in child support is going to take care of like the basic needs right now. And I would like that money to take care of like any extra stuff. And if I don't need it, I can just put it away for my kids. That's what I was doing like the first 3 or 4 years of Lauren's life. Any money that I received from her dad, I was putting it away because I didn't need it. But yeah, a lot of changes. Lauren has been still, adjusting to her new school, and just everything's new for her. She always says she wants to go back to her old school. I want her to go back to her old school. I have nothing against public school. I teach in public school. I went to public schools, but I like her private school, and it's Christian, and she learns about Jesus every day. Like, that's amazing. And then she comes home and tells me what she learned about Jesus or any other stories in the Bible. That's amazing. I don't really know what's going on at her school. I have messaged her teacher twice about setting up a conference because I haven't met him yet. She says that he's cool, but that's all I know. She said he be cursing. What the hell? What are we doing? Said that he said the F word, but then she don't want me to tell the school because she don't want to get in trouble. Absolutely not. So it's just like, things are different now because I didn't have to worry about any of that stuff. Her private school kept us very much informed about everything. There was no questions, so it's a little annoying. The school that she's at is like 2,000 kids. Her private school, there was 200 kids total, and there were 8 grades there. They went from K to 8, and this school is only K through 5, so it's a bigger school. She's never been in a cafeteria before, another line that she's been paying for years. So she just gave Lauren that line, and then she gave Lauren her old phone because she never traded it in when she had her upgrade 2 years ago. So the phone is an iPhone 6. It don't do much but call, text, and FaceTime. And that's really all she needs. So she FaceTimes me every day on the bus. And then I have her location, so I know where she's at. But yeah, it's an adjustment. And it's really stressful because I'm used to dropping off my baby at school and feeling really, really good about the school she's at, her safety. I don't know nothing. And that's really hard. So yeah, I've been talking for 30 minutes now. I don't even know if y'all gonna watch all this. I don't even know if I'm gonna post all this. I don't know, but I'm gonna stop talking now. I am 9 minutes away from work. I had to make a stop. So yeah, I'm gonna go get mentally prepared for work. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next clip. Honestly, this should be the end of a video because this was 30 minutes long. So I'll see y'all in my next video. Okay, love y'all. God bless. Bye. Good morning. Happy Friday, girl. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Yes, cause it's Friday. I'm gonna give me a little matcha today, cause I'm feeling good. Feeling good today. It's Friday. I have a long weekend though ahead. Like I'm looking forward to the weekend, but I'm not looking forward to what I have to do on the weekend because it's just no relaxation, no like time to unwind from the week, unfortunately. But it's okay. It's okay. We're just gonna be grateful for every day God gives us. I'm gonna try and take you guys along today. I would say it's pretty hard to film while you're teaching or just throughout the day, but I'm gonna do my best. We'll see. But today I'm gonna treat myself to a matcha because I really want one, and that's about it. That's all I got for you. But today, let's see, what am I teaching? I think we're gonna start, although it's a Friday, we're going to start a new lesson. If we don't start the new lesson, we're gonna play like a review game, a review bingo. But the only reason why I think we should start a new lesson today is because on Tuesday, I have the state coming in to observe my class. Not the school, not the district, the state. Because our school is a D school. And because it's a D school, the state now has to get involved. So, there we go. And because I teach a core class, I'm one of those teachers that have to get observed. So, yeah, whatever, bring it on. But not really nervous about that. The only reason why I mentioned it is because I don't want us to be taking a end of unit test on that day. I want us to actually be learning a lesson that day because that's what the state wants to see. They want to see how the kids are learning, discussions. They want to see explicit instruction. They want to see how my class is structured, like bell work, exit ticket, lesson, small groups, all that. So I kind of want to save the lesson for next Tuesday, but I also don't want to get behind because we're supposed to end the unit today and then take the test on Monday. But if they want to see instruction on Tuesday, I don't know if my school wants us to do like a review type of thing or if they want us to be starting a new lesson. Like, do you want us to be aligned still with the curriculum, or do you want to kind of go off the curriculum a little bit because the state's coming in and you want us to do something different for them? You know what I mean? Like, we're supposed to get together on Monday to decide what me and the other civics teacher is going to actually do so that we can perform well for the state. I really need to be getting paid more for this, but like that. But yeah, when it comes to observations, I don't get nervous. And I was telling my assistant principal yesterday, I said, there's certain classes that I don't think I want the state to come in for, and they were like, we completely understand. All you can do is just teach. So I said, okay, I'm gonna teach, because I do have a lot of discipline issues, but can't really control those to a certain extent. But yeah, other than that, today should be a good day. I had a dream last night that wasn't pleasant, so I'm definitely gonna get into my prayer bag this morning and pray over my classroom. Lauren didn't go to school today because she isn't feeling well. She said she woke up with like mucus in her throat and a runny nose, and she doesn't want to have to ask her teacher all day to go to the bathroom, which I completely understand. So she's at home today with my grandparents. We're actually thinking about switching her school because she really doesn't like her school. And then yesterday she got bullied a little bit yesterday, which I do not tolerate. My grandma is going to her school today to talk to the principal. I'm supposed to have a conference with her teacher in 2 weeks. But I'm hoping she's out of that school by then, if I'm being honest, because I've just heard too many things and I'm not liking it. I really want her to go back to her other school, but I don't know if that's going to happen. That would only happen if I find a job in that county, and I don't know when that would happen. But my grandma did say that she found a Christian school about 5 minutes away from our house, which I didn't know about. I just thought it was a church, but she said apparently it's a school inside of a church as well. So she's gonna look into that today for Lauren. She's gonna go over there and visit, which I'm grateful for. And then we'll see, because Lauren told me yesterday she wants to move schools. So she was like, I'm not doing this. And hey, I agree with her. We're able to take her to school and pick her up thanks to my grandparents. So if she goes to a private school, that's fine. That is fine with me. Thankfully, Florida has scholarships, so hopefully I don't have to pay anything out of pocket, because her last school was a Christian private school and I didn't have to pay anything out of pocket for it. But we will see, okay? We will see where God wants her to be. But I have to be at work at 8:45. It says I'm gonna get there at 8:25, which is amazing. But I am making a pit stop to Starbucks, so I'm excited for it. But that's it. That's pretty much it, y'all. Pretty much it. Excited to get paid next week. Excited to see what my first paycheck's gonna look like without any benefits coming out, and other than like, you know, Medicaid and Social Security and all that stuff. But what else was I gonna say? I did ask Judah's dad if he can look into his health insurance plan to see if Judah can be a part of his plan, because I'm pretty sure his health insurance is better simply because he works for a hospital, a really good hospital. So he said he's gonna look into that today. So hopefully Judah could go on his dad's health insurance and I could just keep Lauren on mine, and I don't have to pay so much in health insurance. You know what I mean? So, because I'm able to make any changes by October 31st. So he's gonna check today about that, which I'm grateful for. I wasn't gonna ask him, but then I just decided, why not ask? It doesn't hurt. The worst that he can say is no. And I'm really not gonna go any further because I don't have the mental capacity. So he did say yes, which I'm grateful for. it comes to Judah's dad, I mean, he's very accommodating and he's very, what's the word? Easygoing, you know. There's not really a lot of pushback on anything. It just really takes me asking. So I did. So I'll give you guys an update on that when I get it. But headed to work. I will see you guys later. Just getting to work. Stopped at Starbucks and got my matcha. Prayed on the way here. Feeling better. But yeah, here's my matcha. Delicious. I had a big one because I'm not actually tired, but I know I didn't get enough sleep. So that extra caffeine has actually been like exciting. I usually don't like caffeine, but it's been like kind of like a rush. It's been helping me teach in the midst of all the chaos that these students can cause with their disrespect. I hate to say it, but these kids be disrespectful, bro. They be disrespectful. Anyway, I am going to go sign in, and then the secretary has a pencil sharpener for me for my class because I need one. I have one from my old classroom. I just don't know where it is. Might be in my mom's house, and that's an hour away, and I just haven't been there since I got this new job. So I'm gonna go see what type of pencil sharpener they have for me, and then I'm gonna show you guys what my classroom looks like because I have made some updates to like the bulletin boards and stuff. I added more bulletin board paper because I'm like, when the state comes in on Tuesday, I don't think that they care if your classroom is like all cute, but I care because I believe my classroom kind of reflects the vibe that I have going on. And even my assistant principal yesterday during our meeting, she was like, oh, this classroom is just so calm. I said, exactly. That's kind of what I want it to be because I don't put the classroom lights on. All I do is keep my lamps on and then the natural light from the windows, and that's it. So yeah, anyway, I will be back. Outfit today. Just got on some slippers, my barrel jeans. These are from Fashion Nova, and this top, simple black long sleeve shirt, is from Shein. So I got Shein, Fashion Nova, Shein. And then all my jewelry is from Amazon. Yep, all of these, all the golds. Gold bracelet, gold cross, gold hoops. Face card never declines.
I used to be upstairs in this building and it was so much easier.
All right, before class ends or before I go home for the weekend, just wanted to show you an update on my classroom. So I did put these bulletin boards up yesterday. This is the student center. So I have pencils for them, hand sanitizer, tissues, and then any papers that they may want to take home. And then I have any announcements or school stuff up here. This is their lost and found area. Here's my board. I have my lamps, and I always put an agenda on the board for them. This is my high school class, so they just left. All they were doing was completing their essay and also completing their assignment from yesterday. And then we're gonna go over it on Monday. So it was an easy day for them. Nothing on this side. I still have to write my standards for world history, so I'll probably do that before I leave because I could never find time to do it. This is my other bulletin board by my desk. It has Lauren's pictures and then just a bell schedule for now.
Staff, please release all students to the bus area and have a seat. Various buses rolling in as we speak. Have a wonderful weekend. See you back Monday morning.
And this is my desk. I do have contact paper right there that I want to put on my desk, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. And these are my leftover bulletin board borders. I have 2 types of contact paper. Printer, here's my lamp. My other lamp, of course. I have this picture. This lamp, the bulb is just out. These are my other rolls of contact paper, not contact paper, bulletin board paper that I still have. So I have a couple more left. All right, and here's my class. I finished those 2, so I just gotta complete those 2. I haven't gotten to it yet. And those are my students' folders that they get every day for class, every single day. And it's by period. They put all their work in those folders, and then that is what I grade out of. So that's basically their grade book. If the assignment's not in their folder, then it's a 0 in the grade book, basically. Definitely behind on grades, but anyway. And this is my rug. This is my kidney table. And my other rug here that's really dirty. Other than that, this is my room.